Alright, well, we're going to take a look at a quick trick for enhancing eyelashes inside of a photograph. So what we're going to do is we'll start out by using a brush here. So we're going to go to our brush tool. I'm going to select a 1 pixel, the smallest brush you can possibly create, and set it to 90% hardness. And then make sure your brush opacity is up at 100%. Everything else is set, and set your foreground color to black. Now we're ready to start painting, but I don't want to paint on the layer, the actual photo layer. I want to paint on a blank layer below it. So I'm going to create a new layer and then zoom way in on the eyes. And even if the eyelashes become pixelated, you can still see general outlines. And what you'll do is just click and paint over some of those eyelashes that are already there. And when they're not there, you can create some. You don't want to go too crazy, but just a few, and you'll see that just a couple makes it really stand out. So when we go back to 100% view, the eye looks really bad. So here's the trick. First you go to filter, go to blur, and go to Gaussian blur, and just hit it with about a 1 pixel Gaussian blur here, maybe even a little bit less. Hit OK, and then just drop your opacity down to about 50%. And there you go. So if we look at our before, that's without, and that's after. So it's just a good way when you need to thicken those eyelashes. And if they were really thin, I could come in here and I could paint even some more. Just go inside and add a lot more into it. So if they were really thin, I could add some more, but hers weren't too bad. You can see how useful the technique can be. As long as you give it a little bit of a blur and drop your opacity down, you have a nice quick way to thicken the eyelashes.